G'day guys, welcome to the channel. This is my first proper, genuine video. I made a little synopsis, I guess, type video that if you haven't seen, just summarizes what I'm about, what this channel's about. But in today's video, I'm going to be doing a little fun activity, and that's handpicking a player from each NFL team on the offensive side of the ball that I find underrated for whatever reason. We're going to be obviously deep diving each player, explaining why I think they're underrated. But in terms of offensive side, we're looking at the quarterbacks, of course, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, offensive line, of course, we've got to show some love to them. And there's actually one fullback on the list as well. So in another video, I'm going to be doing defensive players, but without further ado, let's get stuck in. Naturally, we're going to be going alphabetical order, which means my beloved Arizona Cardinals, who unfortunately had quite a disastrous season, we'll put it. And a lot of that had to do with injury, unfortunately. We're one of the most injured teams in the NFL last season, but with injury comes a lot of opportunity for lesser known talents. Step up Greg Dortch, the Torch, wide receiver, had a great season, coming out of nowhere really. Was largely a practice squad player for the time he's been on the Cardinals roster, but last season he stepped up in a big way and just showed qualities of explosiveness that fans are probably hoping to see from Rondale Moore, wide receiver, round 2, picked a couple of seasons ago, who was one of those players that unfortunately did see a lot of time on the sidelines with injury. But in terms of Dortch, he was explosive and just made plays throughout the year to make it a little bit more exciting for Cardinals fans like me. In terms of specific games, Dortch had great moments, standout performances against the Bucks and 49ers, going for 98 and 103 yards respectively in those games. Ben Skowronek, aka the Cooper Kupp lookalike / decoy, whenever he's got all his gear on, they look exactly the same. He's a deceptively big player, and he's never the focus of that offense that had a historically bad Super Bowl defense year. But the point of him being my pick is he produced moments of magic even when Kupp was in the team, to just get that next first down. Probably the most underrated aspect of Skowronek for me is his blocking ability. Not often you see a wide receiver do this in a competent manner, but he would consistently use this quality of his game to produce plays for other players around him. And being a 7th round pick a couple of years ago, he's lighting the way for receivers to produce this aspect of their game. Elijah Mitchell could be RB1 on, I reckon, most of the teams in the NFL. Unfortunately for him, factors that made him a bit forgotten was his injury record. He was out for a majority of the season, and then obviously the other factor was a certain Christian McCaffrey joining the team. In all but one of the 5 games that Mitchell did manage to play in last season, he actually averaged 5 or more yards per carry, which is a great mark for a running back. He's a brilliant mix of speed and power, and I hope he doesn't get phased out of the 49ers offense, because he does produce on the field when he is fit and healthy. Kyle Shanahan is dubbed the running back guru, so I do still have great confidence that Elijah Mitchell will have a significant role on this team, as long as he can keep those injuries to a minimum, and look for him to make some big plays when Christian McCaffrey is off the field. This pick could be a little bit controversial, but the main reason why I'm pushing Tyler Lockett forward here is because I feel a lot of people rate DK Metcalf higher, whereas I don't. Tyler Lockett is the better receiver. DK Metcalf on a whole, as an athlete, as a physical presence, is far superior, obviously. And he's got the name to go along with it. I'm not saying Metcalf as a receiver is bad. He's a quality receiver. But in terms of what you get on a consistent basis, route running, speed, stretching the defense, Tyler Lockett's got it all. And I don't think his qualities in the NFL are actually appreciated enough.